Frequency polygons example. A company is interested in finding out the distance traveled by the employees to work each day. The company CEO asks each employee how many kilometers they travel to get to work. After finishing the survey, the CEO got a spreadsheet as follows. And here is the spreadsheet where you can see the first column is kilometers traveled by the employees, and the second column is the frequency, which is basically the number of employees traveling these many distances. So if you look closely, between 1 to 4 kilometers there are 4 employees, between 4 to 7 kilometers there are 7 employees, between 7 to 10 kilometers there are 6 employees, and between 10 to 13 kilometers there are 3 employees. Draw a frequency polygon corresponding to this frequency table. In order to draw a frequency polygon for this data, what we need to do, we need to consider our graph, which is over here, where this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. In order to plot a frequency polygon graph, what we need to do, we need to find the class marks, and the way we will find is basically we will add the intervals over here. So as you can see, the first number is always the lower interval or the lower limit, and the second number is the upper limit. So we need to find the class marks for each interval. So I will add another column which is basically class marks. So 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 over 2 is 2.5, which is over here. 4 plus 7 is 11, and 11 over 2 is 5.5, which is over here. 7 plus 10 is 17, and then 17 over 2 is 8.5, and then 10 plus 13 is 23, and half of 23 is 11.5. So basically what we are doing, we are adding the upper and the lower limit, or we can say we are adding the upper and lower interval and then finding the mean. So this is basically the mean of the distance traveled by each employee. Now let's grab this information. So 2.5 for 4, so I will go 2 is over here and 2.5 will be somewhere here, and 4 is over here, so I will get a point somewhere here. In the same way, we will graph all these points, and if we do that, we will get these points. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect these points using a dotted line, and if we do that, we'll get a figure like this. Now what we need to do, we need to connect the end point with the point on the x-axis, and as you can see, the point is basically 2.5 on both the sides. So basically this is 2.5, and on the left of this point we have a point 2.5 distance away from here, which is basically the origin. So we will connect the origin, and in the same way we will connect 2.5 on this side. So basically this is 11.5, and then 2.5 from 11.5 is basically 14. So we will connect this point with 14, and this is basically our frequency polygon for this frequency table, and this is how we will draw a frequency polygon for the given data.